Hey guys, I'm Jeff Bauer and welcome to Home Building 101. I want to help you if you are looking to build a home and you would like to take a raw piece of land and develop it into your family legacy or into your next home. So grab a notepad and be prepared. We want to walk you through site development all the way to the finished product, and you can consider each step along the journey, what you can do and what you'd like to hire out to a local professional. We hope this helps you out. Okay, let's start with this. If you have not purchased your land yet, you need to call the local building departments. One county to the next county will have different inspectors, different regulations at times, and you could save yourself a lot of headaches if you have the option of moving from one county to a different county. So you need to contact them. They'll help you walk through the process and you'll get a feel for it. And then also talk to some locals or some other people who have also built homes in the area. So do that research first. That's my number one recommendation. Okay, you've got your piece of ground and now you need to figure out, how am I getting water into my new home and how is the gray water leaving my new home? If you bought a plot and you're in a city, contact the local people, the building department. Again, they're gonna let you know, how do I connect up and how does the plumber connect up to city water and city sewage? If you're in the country, you need to think through, you'll need a septic engineer. I happen to be in Indiana. This is where we build our homes. So your location is going to be a little bit different on the engineering and the design work on that septic system. But get a septic engineer and a septic installer, and you're going to need to locate a well digger. They will let you know where those things can work out on your property. Those things may affect the actual location of where you'd like to place your home. So work with them first, and that's the first thing you're going to need to do on the ground development. Along with thinking through how is the water coming in your home and also leaving your home, you have the same question about electricity. One phone call typically, or a couple phone calls to your local electric provider in your region, they're going to let you know what that's going to look like. Typically, they'll send someone out to meet with you. They'll find a nearby location and they'll give you an estimate. What's it going to cost? You have a couple options. You can typically put poles in your yard and run those wires overhead, or for more money, you can dig them and trench them in the ground and run them up to your house. But you can do the research and figure out what that's going to cost in the process. All right, now I will have assumed that you have a set of blueprints that you're working off of, and you're going to need those blueprints obviously in order to have gotten the bid of what the house is going to cost you to begin with. Those blueprints are going to serve the purpose right now of the location on your property, the footprint of the building. Where is this building going to be sitting? And now what you're going to do is your plumber is going to do what's called the rough plumbing. And as you have the location of your bathrooms and your kitchen, they will have to plumb underground all the gray water that's going to be exiting, and then the lines of water that are going to be coming in as well. Okay, one big question you need to answer is, how do you want your new home to be attached to the earth? And that has to do with your foundation. You can use lots of options. You can take your home and sit it on a basement. You could go with a post frame idea. You could put it on a solid slab foundation, or you could put it on a crawl space. Watch our other video where we go into depth and give you the pros and cons of each of these, but that's something you're going to need to determine. Talk with your excavator and your home builder about those different choices. Next are your exterior walls and the roof. This is known as the dry-in. You're going to set your roof trusses once those outside walls are framed, or maybe you're building rafters. But once the shell is up, you're going to hang the windows and you're going to set your exterior doors. This is the heavy lifting phase, and it can take a long time, but keep going. It's very rewarding when you see your house come together. All right, so the roof is on, your exterior walls are in, your subfloor is down, or you've got your concrete slab and you're ready for the interior framework. Most of your walls are going to be 2x4 stud framed walls. A lot of people enjoy using 2x6s where you're going to be running plumbing in there. It's going to give you that extra space. You're also going to work in conjunction with your HVAC in case there's some duct work that needs to be framed around for later drywall usage. So partner together with those and make sure the project comes along smoothly. Just take a couple minutes and really think things through. Now, let's think about your rough-in electrical work and your interior insulation. You likely can do one of these first or second. There's not a perfect order, but you're going to begin insulating the exterior walls. Do your own research of the best insulation for you that's pertinent to the region of which you live in. Now, with electrical work, we always caution people, you definitely want to be careful if you're going to be taking this on yourself. You need to be following all the codes and the guidelines, and this is one of those areas you may really want to sub this out to someone who's a licensed professional to make sure things are done on the up and up. Just, it's not worth it to take a risk on something that could be dangerous just to save a couple dollars, okay? But nonetheless, your rough electrical is going to be after all the interior framing is done, and you're going to run those wires from outlet to outlet or outlet to your ceiling fans. And you can do that at the same time that you're also doing the exterior walls of insulation. Or if you're choosing to insulate some of your interior walls for sound quality, you're going to want to run those wires first, then insulate the walls. The next phase is really where you're going to see your house project begin to come together. Once that rough-in electric was done, you've got all your insulation figured out, you're ready for drywall work. And this is completely up to you. You could save a little bit of money if you feel like hanging your own drywall. It's an arduous task. You may want to sub this out to some people who can really get in there and do it professionally, but that's completely up to you. You've got so many options. Do the research. You can do mold-resistant boards. You have different thicknesses of drywall, but you do the research and figure out what's going to work best for you in the location and how you want to build your home. The next phase is one of the more simple parts of the whole process, and that is you need to paint your walls. So once that drywall is finished, you need to prime it. Use a decent primer and use a fairly decent paint for your house, but get the paint on the walls before you do your flooring. But it's a simple part of the process. Anybody can do it themselves. Once the paint is on the walls, you guys are ready to get the flooring in. One builder tip is go ahead and run the floor everywhere before you put your interior doors in and before you put any of your cabinetry in. You don't want to run your flooring up to your cabinets. You want to set your cabinets on top of your flooring. So it's going to save you potentially a massive headache in the future if you ever choose to redo your kitchen and redo some of your cabinetry work. This final phase is the really big phase, and it's like the icing on the cake. You're going to see all your hard work starting to pay off. The final steps, you need to get all that finish electrical work done. The outlets are going to go in, the wall plate covers, your light switches are going to go in. You're going to start hanging your ceiling fans, getting your light fixtures hung up. You're also going to tie in your kitchen cabinets. You're going to hang those on the wall. You're going to get the countertops set. You're going to begin doing all of the finish plumbing as well. Those sinks and the fixtures are finally set. Your interior doors are going to be hung up, trimmed around, and then finally, typically the trim, your baseboard, anything you want to do, crown molding, and those final details. Don't lose heart in this phase. You got to push through all the way to the end, but this is where the real reward begins to pay off as you see all that hard work come together to create this beautiful masterpiece that you've been working on. We hope you found the video helpful. If you liked it, hit the like button. It helps us as we make more videos, and you can subscribe to stay up to date with what we're working on. Good luck with your home building project. Thanks.